In this city, legends are real. The ordinary sleep to sweet dreams, filled with hope and wonder, while those awake see things for what they are, a nightmarish labyrinth made of steel and concrete. Gods and monsters walk among us, from that waitress by that 24/7 diner under the bridge, or that clerk working at the gas station. They could be anyone. And just like anyone, we search for answers to some hard questions. But life sometimes gets in the way, gets complicated, sometimes messy even. Stick around if you want to hear a strange tale or two. Best do it before the mist rolls in. In this city, the mist is our mistress of mysteries.
Hi,
Hey
everybody.
everybody!
Hope you're all
Welcome
having
to
a
All
great
Nerds
day.
Here.
Yeah. Welcome to All Nerds here. We're glad you're here. We have just, the normal announcements like, hey, welcome. It's Sunday. We're glad you're here for Royal Flush, a Wild Cards adventure. Thank you again to Zynar for throwing down the raid right before we went live. We love you very much. And our announcement for the day is we are sponsored by the amazing So Nerdwear. It's what the nerds wear. You can get awesome merch like this beautiful thing. Simon and I are twinsies. Or that gorgeous shirt. I have a mouse pad coming with that logo on it, and I can't wait till it gets here. I'm so excited for a mouse pad. Who knew? And if you use the code AllMerch here, you can get 10% off on anything on the site, not just our stuff. So go to sonerdwear.com. It's what the nerds wear. Y'all, I heard that there's going to be an awesome Black Friday sale where it's buy one hoodie, get one free. So, y'all, that is a killer deal. I cannot wait for that. I'm going to get me some hoodies. So,
But
check
also,
that
if
out.
you happen to also know a very rich person who wants to really make people remind themselves of telling everybody you know what they do
Oh,
and you know
fair.
who they are, please point them to the one $5,000 shirt that's on Soul Nerdwear.
I always forget
Where you
about
can
the
actually use the
$5,000.
promo code. Where you can use the promo code all merch here to get 10% off.
Alternatively, if you know someone who you want to make feel guilty about not supporting the indie scene enough and has money but doesn't know what to actually helpfully do with it, buy our shit.
Yeah, buy our shit. That's right. Those are the announcements, Jackie.
Merchandising.
Over to you. Also, Jackie, let Amy do her job. Jeez.
Look, I've been modding
Didn't
for
shoot him
3
out in
days
chat.
straight on different channels, okay? I did nothing but.
We're off to a great start, everyone. Jackie, take it away.
Yes. So thank you for tuning in to our wonderful City of Mist game. We're going to do a quick introduction of all of our characters and all of the players, the characters they play, and all the wonderful legendary mythos that they embody. Why don't we start off with Simon?
Hello, everybody. My name is Simon, and I am going to be playing Perdita Glass, a private investigator whose mythos is Alice in Wonderland. My pronouns are he, him, and Perdita's pronouns are she, her.
Thank you. And Angela?
Hello there, everybody. Hopefully this is coming in a little bit more loudly and clearly for those who may be having some trouble hearing me right now. Hello, I'm Angela, otherwise known as the Phoenix, the voice of the Phoenix or the Firebird. I'm here playing Medium Rokabato, who is Death Doula hospice caregiver and who has the mythos of Sheba Totek, our Lord of the Flayed Skin, God of Rebirth, patron of smiths and such, and also just, source of nightmares I'm sure Jackie won't keep throwing at my character in any way, shape, or form. That's me. We both use she, her pronouns.
Thank you, Angela. And Smurf?
Hi, I'm Smurf, and today I am playing Tommy Two Sticks. Tommy is a dock worker, and his mythos is Babe Ruth, the great Bambino, the Sultan of SWAT, the King of Clout. He's that boy, He's a big, thick man. And our pronouns are he, him.
Awesome. Thank you, Smurf. And Kate.
Hi, I'm Kate, and I go by Mia Madera on the internet, and I am playing Faith Hughes, who's a social worker and grad student, kind of, at the moment by day, and whose mythos is the Scottish werewolf, the Wolver, the benevolent one who gives people fish, but in this game is just tries to help people in her own small way, and our pronouns are both she, her.
All right, awesome. So for those of you who missed out the last few episodes, our wonderful crew here has had a little run-in with law enforcement in the hospital. It started off with a scuffle that happened in the hospital lobby, but that actually wasn't the real problem. The real problem became after the fact, when apparently there seemed to have been an outstanding warrant for our lovable Faith. For assaulting a police officer, or rather a detective. So there's that. So Kate was called in for questioning. And Miriam went with her. Tommy had basically just went back to the alleyway.
It was something only beer could solve.
And a couple of 2 sticks of mozzarella sticks, right?
Yeah.
Yes. 2 sticks of mozzarella sticks at a time. And Perdita had a interesting excursion with Nizumi, who is their client, who is a cat burglar by trade, and had a run-in trying to find basically this Codex of Thoth, which is basically a book of knowledge, and which potentially, according to legend, carries the names of every living being. And so, but it can only be read on a full moon. So, Perdita and Nizumi managed to find the Codex, but were also met with an interesting figure in the subway tunnels, who Nizumi later identifies to Perdita as one of the members of the Royal Flush, which are these mysterious, shadowy individuals who seem to have a strong hold on the city. But Perdita and Nizumi escaped, with Perdita basically using her mythos to jump through doors and to reappear further away from the tunnel. And they emerged out of a subway station as the normal passerbyers of a normal evening. And we'll start off with going to Tommy, who's in the alleyway. So Tommy, you're sitting at the bar, and Cheshire, Eddie drops you the basket of mozzarella sticks and a tall glass of beer.
Thanks.
You gonna be okay?
Complicated question.
I can give you a not complicated answer.
And what's that answer?
Are you running away from your problems, Tommy?
I don't think I've ever run away from a problem before.
I don't know. The exuberant amount of mozzarella sticks says otherwise.
When you eat them
Went
two
through
at a
3
time,
boxes.
when you eat them 2 at a time, you need a lot.
3 boxes, Tommy. They ain't natural.
I like fried cheese. I'll be fine. I'm more worried about my friends.
Yeah. Where is everyone?
Yeah. I don't know. And he takes like a big drink of his beer.
And the phone rings, and so Eddie's like, "I'm not done." Answers the phone. There's a little bit of like, yes, yes, yeah, he's here. Yeah, okay, I'll let him know. And he kind of like holds the phone over. It's like, Tommy, it's your union rep.
Oh, really? Fascinating.
You want to take it downstairs, or you want to take it here?
I'll take it downstairs.
All right, please be on hold. And just hold and say, have fun with your call.
Thanks, man. Thanks for caring too. And
I
Tommy
have to care. I see you every day. You're worse than the start. You're worse than the start. You're worse than the Barney's customers. There's no Starbucks yet.
Wow. And I'll go downstairs and answer the phone.
Wow.
So you head down to the basement. You pick up the phone, and you hear over the phone, Tommy, is that you?
Yeah, what up?
So I have some good news and I have some bad news.
Start with the bad news first.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. Well, the bad news is, you're suspended without pay.
How long?
2 months.
That's not really so much a suspension as it is being laid off. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. That's the worst part of it.
Do I qualify for unemployment benefits?
Yes, you do.
All right. Not so bad. Sucks, but could have been worse.
Yeah, could have been a lot worse, which is why the good news is you are not held liable for the loss of the goods. So you're scot-free.
Wait, that's the good news?
Yeah.
That was that was literally never on the table. That was literally impossible.
That's the only good thing they had.
Listen, they have insurance that would have covered that. They wouldn't have been made me liable for like millions of dollars of equipment and goods.
No,
like
but we could have been liable for a suit, which would have been affecting us.
which we would have won easily.
I like to think so, but one of our other friends does not think so. So they have a really nasty lawyer on that side.
Oh yeah? Who's that lawyer?
I don't know, some guy over in White Knight.
Oh, I see. Hey, listen. Two months off is a long time. And I appreciate you, like, working on my behalf as a union member. But I don't know if I'm the type of person that can just sit on a couch collecting unemployment for 2 months. You know what I mean?
I know, Tommy. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, if you want to try to find some other thing to do to just hold you up for the meantime, you're free to do that, man. Do what's right for you.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Tommy. I'm gonna miss you for the next 2 months. It's gonna suck here.
Yeah, and don't expect me to be able to come back and fix it in a week. Like, y'all gonna fuck everything up while I'm not there. I can't imagine how it is right now. It's pretty fucking bad, isn't it?
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Fucking
I
Carl
mean,
is fucking everything
Marty's
up.
got it handled. Marty's got it handled, I think.
Marty's a sack of shit. Marty doesn't know anything. He thinks the Mets are a baseball team.
I love
Wait,
that
they're
that's
not?
always the best insult you have. Just think the Mets are a baseball team every time.
Every episode has been a dump.
I just love that shade right there. That was just beautiful.
I love you, Smurf. Please do more of
God,
this.
I love you. So good.
Listen, I'm gonna do my best to come back and fix everything. But in the meantime, I'm gonna take care of some stuff on my end. Some personal things that have been, they've crept up since I haven't been at work.
All right. Well, you do what you have to do there, Tommy. But if you ever need anything, just call me up.
Thanks, man.
And take care of yourself. And if you need anything, just let me know. I know the 2 months is gonna be a little bit rough.
That's an understatement.
All right, Tommy. I'll see you later. And click.
He hangs up the phone and goes, "Fuck!"
Poor Tommy. So I think Tommy, this is where you're gonna take a crack on your dock workers.
Okay.
And I think that's your final crack.
It's my second crack.
Oh, that's your second crack? Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on my improvement right now because I reached detention for it last week. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. All right, so Tommy, I'm guessing you're gonna just sit in the basement and just ruminate a little bit.
No, I'm going back upstairs for my beer.
You left your beer there the whole time.
Yeah.
He's not gonna drink on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like business.
That's you're so responsible. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Tommy leaves the business of two sticking as opposed to double fisting mozzarella sticks and drinking beer up there.
Yeah, that's bar business.
Yeah.
That's bar business. That's true. That's
I don't
true.
know if Tommy's a double fister. I'm just saying.
I didn't put that in the chat.
Wait until the McDonald's, not McDonald's, the Burger King chicken fries exist, and then he can really
Oh.
two-fist like the chicken fries and the beer.
You just made me remember that Tommy needs to go get a McBLT.
Oh, is the McRib in
Yeah, the McRib actually came out like in the late 80s, if I
yeah, so like
remember.
is it
So
available
yeah,
right now?
yeah, we'll just say it's available. Sure, why not?
McRib
We
is
have no
back?
spec-
Is the McRib
Yeah.
I'm sorry
got
that you
10 more
lost this
years before
episode to the
before
McRib,
the
Jackie,
Mulan
but it just
Szechuan
happened.
pepper. We have 10 more years before the Mulan Szechuan sauce exists.
Oh,
I'm
man.
adding in a detail. The only other context in which Meaty is not anxious isn't talking to someone about a McRib.
They only bring it down when the pork prices get to a certain point. And then they buy up all the pork, and then they bring back the McRib for a
Yeah,
limited time. You
yeah.
know that's how it works,
Yeah.
right?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's true.
This Meaty with an
Oh,
entire
Says Tommy to the void.
Oh man.
Oh, we
Just
made it so
monologuing
much
to one of
longer
those
than
little
normal,
mailers.
y'all. Yeah, we made it so much longer than normal.
We made it through a whole scene before.
I know
got to
before
that.
we lost it completely. I'm so
sir,
proud of us.
Sir, are you going to move through the drive-through or not?
I just work here. I don't make these decisions. Corporate does that.
You see, I got laid off for 2 months, but I don't have a lot to do. So I'm trying to make friends where I can.
Oh, sir, that's so good. So this is a Wendy's.
I'd still like a frappuccino. Sir, this is still a win.
Oh, if this is a Wendy's, can I get one of those baked potatoes with the chili?
Dude, those are the best.
Those
Oh.
Those
so
are
good.
that is the best.
Anyway.
Oh my god, my stomach hurts. We're 20 minutes in. Oh, come on.
Burger King and Wendy's, no wonder your stomach hurts.
I guess Wendy's is not going to sponsor All Notes here.
That's okay because I have feelings about Wendy's that we don't want them.
And that's valid.
Thank you.
Simon and I taking sips from our coffee and tea.
Every time there's a mention of another brand, Simon, by reflex, just has to take a sip out. Go.
You
Let me
know,
get my
you don't
Kermit
have
on.
to
Hold
take
on.
a sponsorship just because it's offered to you. I just felt like I need to say that. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, Arby's.
Oh God.
I was gonna say it, and I was like, no, we don't need to be
it.
At what point does this conversation constitute a GMCA?
We probably should get back to the game, y'all. I
We
just
probably
feel
should.
like probably like our viewers are probably like, what is happening right now?
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, viewers, you tuned in for this.
It's fair.
Yeah. We actually we managed to hold up for a whole scene, which is
Yeah.
actually a record for us.
Huge for us, actually.
Yes.
Carrying on.
Carrying on. So I'm gonna switch scenes over to. We're gonna switch scenes. It is the police station. Faith and Miriam, you're over there, and your public defender, Faith, the ever so wonderful Cynthia Miller,
I love her.
has is away right now. Seems to be conversing with the police captain. So in the meantime, the both of you are kind of just sitting behind one of the officers' desks.
Faith is just any officer that walks by. She's just. I used to call it mom staring, but you can like that evil eye stare that you can give people as they walk by.
So the judging stare.
Mm-hmm.
Meaty
And-
just has a look on her face the entire time while Faith's doing that. She's looking away, like, but for very different, like, chagrined look on her face every time she looks away from an officer. It's like,
And I'll say for a little bit, a couple more minutes pass. One of the female officers offers you both a cup of coffee if you would wish to take it.
thank you.
No problem. And they'll set the other cup on the desk in case Faith wants it.
Faith is not having any of this today.
Rightly so. And then after a little bit, Cynthia Miller, I guess Cynthia's like we said, like mid-40s, right
Yeah.
around, right? This like, but she's like what, like 5'5", I want to say. Like she's tall enough, but not tall.
That's like 5'7". That's like
5'7",
average
okay,
height.
so-
Yeah.
All right, so 5'7", we'll go for 5'7", and comes over. Well, I have some good news if you want to hear it.
Yes, thank you.
Well, I managed to talk with the police captain and state that the charges seem to be a little heinous and a little out of the blue. And after some severe discussions on ramifications for a hasty arrest, or rather, the police captain has decided that you will not be detained overnight.
Well, that's good at least.
That's good. The other unfortunate business is that your hearing is scheduled for next week. So, I'll probably call you in the next day or two so we can discuss our strategy. Because we're going to need everything you got, because we're going against one of the best in the city.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna call in the help of a friend.
Okay. All right. And Cynthia looks over at me, and thank you for being here. For being here for Faith.
Yeah, no, it's, I didn't think I'd be back here for these reasons.
I hope no one has to ever be here for any particular reason.
It's your work's appreciated. It means a lot.
Well, it's late. Why don't you both head home? Faith, if you want, I can take you home.
It's okay. I'll go with Miri. But thanks.
Okay. All right. You two be safe, okay?
Yeah.
And I'll call you
Thanks.
tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Cynthia grabs her things and starts heading out of the police station.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Do you want to go back to your place, or do you want to go to mine?
Can we not go home?
Allie? Yeah.
As we're walking out, are you okay? I'm sorry, I've been a little more involved in myself and haven't been paying attention to you.
I appreciate it. It's a mixture of unpleasant and embarrassing being in there for a lot of different reasons.
Oh,
I used to be involved with him.
the detective? Or the
Sure,
cat?
we'll say that one. We'll say somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Okay.
No. Not in that way. No. Just when you don't always have a lot of money to work with, you see a lot of different folks.
Oh my gosh. The Faith at that moment is just gonna hug Miri so fucking hard and be like, you didn't have to tell me this. I'm so sorry. You don't ever have to talk about this again if you don't want to.
It's fine. It's a thing. In my head, I had the thought, well, maybe we could get him to stop if I embarrass him enough about this. But then I thought, this would probably not go well for us. And I probably shouldn't be the one to bring it up.
Yeah, we both need a drink. And I think that's when they...
Yeah, she has the look of like, well, this is, yes. This is terrible.
And we're just gonna head to the alleyway.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna head to the alleyway.
Yeah.
All right. For Faith, if you could kindly take another crack at one more year for me.
Yeah, of course, because I can't imagine why, Jackie. Why would I take a crack
I
at
can't
that?
imagine why either. So as you both will be heading your way into the alleyway, so we'll do a quick recap when you get there. We're gonna flash over to Perdita and Nezumi. You're walking down the streets right now, where do you plan to go? Or is there a place in mind you have a plan where you want to go?
I mean, now that we're out, we should just go back to the rest of the crew at the alley.
Okay.
I think that's what we do.
So who's carrying the codex? You or Nezumi?
Perdita's got it in her jacket.
Okay. So as you're walking through, Nezumi's thinking a little bit out loud. I can't believe we managed to escape that.
Yeah, well, you're pretty lucky to have been with me.
You could have been very handy. Are you sure this is the preferred line of profession for you?
What? Solving mysteries as opposed to stealing things?
It's not the worst job.
But it's not a job.
Fair, it's a career.
If that's how you want to phrase it, sure. See, I don't know about you. I'm always fiddling around with things, and she's like, I think with the jet thing in it, with the codex in her jacket, she's like, kind of twiddling her fingers over, let's say, like a pen. And
Okay,
she's
yeah.
like flipping it and clicking it like a bic. I'm just always, the world around us is so unusual. I mean, even for people like you and me who have powers and see things as they maybe really are. And she's like gesturing at the city. But I always need to be getting in underneath things. I'm the kind of person who, when confronted with a rock, picks it up and looks around what's underneath, and I want to know what each of these little critters' lives is like, and who they are dealing with, and who's betrayed who, what kind of dirt do they have on each other. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
I
just
see.
breaking in and out of places and stealing stuff and selling it, there's no mystery in that. There's no drama. You don't care, but I presume you don't care about why somebody wants to steal something or put something, like drop an object off somewhere. You just want to get paid, right?
It's true, but it's also professional courtesy. We never ask why they want something.
I like my careers where professional courtesy means you have to ask questions.
Well, sometimes asking too many questions can lead you down a place you don't want to be.
Led me here.
True. But let's say you didn't have your powers and we were in the same spot that we were just in. Can you still say the same thing even after despite all those things, despite everything?
I'm sure I would have figured something out.
All right. Well, a lot of people wanted that, and she's kind of like eyeing the book and like the subtle outlines of the book in her jacket.
She's like got one hand in her jacket like this constantly.
A lot of people have been wanting that. I just hope that whether I just don't know if it was worth it or not after everything. Abigail, the years we've been apart, her death.
Hey, don't be a downer. We haven't even opened this thing up yet. Let's wait until we learn a little bit more about what we're actually dealing with and put a few of the pieces together, and then we can start talking about all of our regrets.
Fair enough. We'll make our way back then. And I'll say the time passes for you both to get back to the alleyway as well. Who wants to, out of the other, besides Tommy, who else wants to arrive first?
I'll take initiative on that one.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
sure we
so-
arrive together, but Miri can
Yeah.
go in first. Yeah.
Miriam, you do see Tommy at the bar nursing a second basket of mozzarella sticks and some beer.
Please tell me there's some left over, Tommy.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, well, this is going to be interesting.
So how are things?
Well, I imagine that's right around like Faith coming through the door.
Mm.
Media's just a few steps ahead of her. It's
Mhm.
like, well, she's not overnight. That's a start.
That's fishy.
Oh no, Cynthia's good.
Public defender.
Yeah, it still doesn't sit right.
Yeah. Well, she's got until next week, and then we have to deal with this more directly.
All right. Well, I got about 2 months free. I can lend a hand.
What happened?
Suspended, without pay.
Are you
2 months.
shitting me?
No, I am not shitting you. Apparently, it could have been worse. I could have been held liable for all of the product that was stolen, which I did not know was on the table. And yeah, interesting little bit here. The lawyer that the docs are using Is that
Oh, that fucking Hector Curtain asshole.
yeah.
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 Did you know
I did not.
that the detective who was following me
Mhm.
works in Vice?
In Vice.
Yeah. And was supposedly in the middle of an investigation.
On you?
I guess.
On Faith?
I guess.
Who did you piss off?
At this rate, it might have been anybody, because apparently we were drawing a bunch of attention.
Tommy, who did we piss off? That's what I want to know.
We should continue pissing him off until we figure it out.
That's one way to do it.
Anyway, have you seen Perdita?
She
God damn it, Dylan.
No, I have not.
Fucking Dylan. Sorry.
God damn it, Dylan.
Dylan! I love
Well
you, but
worded.
damn it.
Well worded.
Well done.
No, I haven't. I figured she'd show up here at some point. And if she didn't, I was gonna go looking for her, but not to that point yet. I was gonna give it a couple more beers and then go out.
Fair. I would like a beer.
Eddie gets out of the back. Whoa, everyone okay?
Peachy.
That's one way of putting it.
I mean, it's relative.
Yeah, that's legit.
I'll
get you some drinks.
like Media will catch his attention and just be like, work trouble, legal trouble, existential trouble, drinks to that order.
Yeah, I gotcha.
What she said.
I gotcha.
Existential trouble.
It could be work trouble. I always have existential trouble. When am I not drinking in here is what the takeaway here. I need a very big drink. I don't know how to say that without going straight to going big drink.
Mary, you know this is a bar, right? Like, you come here to drink.
I'm she's like more frazzled than usual after having been at the police station.
I
Like,
think
you
that
can, like you
Faith is just gonna put her arm around her shoulder and be like, hey, it's okay. It's okay.
And Eddie just puts down like a drink and looks over at Tommy. I'll have you know that the mythos of Shirley Temple still gets a Shirley Temple in here every time.
What about Roy Rogers?
We don't talk about that.
thank you. Thank you to both of you for that.
Oh, that was beautiful. We don't talk about that.
The beats on that were so wonderful.
Oh my god, I'm so hungry. Please tell me you're gonna share those with me.
I was not, but I will.
I'll buy you some more. I'm just starving right now.
If I order more cheese sticks, that man is going to choke me.
Okay, I'll order cheese sticks.
Eddie, burger, cheese sticks.
Can I have a
Somebody
plate of fries
who-
as big as my head?
like you see his head just popping out of like the doorway. It's just like, yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Before we go any further with ordering more food and beverages, are we gonna go out and look for Perdita, or we're just gonna wait here and drink? Because that is going to impact my next ordering decision.
I figure we give it a drink and then decide.
I think as you say that, Perdita walks in the door looking to Zumi, like
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
as like looking at food and drinks coming out. Wow, are you ordering your all last meals? You all look like you fell out of the sad tree and hit every branch on the way down.
You have no fucking idea.
I'd love to have an idea though,
Yeah.
and a few of these. And she's already like elbow deep in your basket of food.
Oh yeah, like Faith is like, oh here, I got a plate of fries as big as my face. Have some.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Oh my god, I'm gonna need a napkin because I can't get grease on my fun new toy for everybody.
She like Meaty's in the middle of just being like, hey, we didn't hit every branch. We just hit the biggest branches as we were going down. There is a difference.
Oh, so we're just like 3 floors above rock bottom. Oh, that's not so
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. We're not at rock bottom just yet.
That'll
we're
be next
careening
week.
towards it.
That'll be next week.
That's next week for Faith.
Yep.
Maybe tomorrow, over the next few days for me, and Tommy's got 2 months. So, well,
We should probably go downstairs, huh?
yeah. Hell.
Hey, this is what I want to get. I want you to take a like a garden bucket, and I want you to fill it with ice, and then I just want you to start pouring alcohol in it, just like all different kinds, like frame it like it's a Long Island, but it's very clearly not a Long Island. And if you could put like just a shitload of like blue curacao or something in there, so that it's like it's blue as fuck, it looks like it's gonna fucking boil over and eat you. That's what I want. And then I want a big ass fucking straw. It could be made out of like a fucking garden hose for all I care. But that's what I want. If you could just bring it downstairs when you get time, because I'm getting fucking ripped.
Eddie just like kind of like looks at you for a brief minute and just goes, looks at the cabinetry and it's just like, I'm gonna need more alcohol. All right, be back. And just walk through the wall.
Before he heads out, Meaty's just like here, and like she just hands over like whatever the appropriate amount would be for the charge. She's just like, so that you're going through all this trouble, and we're obviously gonna be. She just looks back at the group and like chooses a word carefully. We will be a lot possibly tonight, so. Here.
So he like half his head is like sticking through the wall, like just halfway phasing through, and it's just like, so don't lock up is what you're. So I'll leave you the keys.
Sure, let's go with that.
If you put down the menu and call it a drain cleaner.
Ooh, good
Comes
idea.
back out, it's like, that's brilliant. And I'll do a monthly contest to see which idiot is crazy enough to drink it all in one sitting.
It's gonna be me every time.
all I have is the meme of Justin Timberlake.
Oh.
In my head.
No, but it's better
But it's
because
Tommy.
No. I was imagining I wouldn't even imagining that. I was just imagining every time he thinks it's like we say something, it's a good idea, his head has to keep popping back in and phasing through the wall. So it's just, he's just like, look, I can't fucking do this all night.
I'm gonna get whiplash.
He has like transubstantiation or corporeal whiplash for stopping being solid.
Ow!
Oh.
Nick! So Eddie's gonna work on your your drink of monstrous proportions.
Drain cleaner. I like it.
I like drain
I'm
cleaner.
writing that down in my notes.
Oh man, that's gonna be a terrifying disaster.
Yep.
If someone who's watching does fan art of any kind, please do this artwork of this drink.
Yes.
4 of us all around it. I don't care
Yeah.
either what.
Motherfucking
totally.
giant ass drink. That's what I'm calling it.
Nazumi sits down and is just like, yeah, and we had a wonderful run-in the subway.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
You ran
We
into a
made some new
subway?
friends.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask why you're in the subway, because she just looks at Perdita, like just gestures over to her. It's like that makes sense at this point. Who running?
All right, hang on. And she's grabbing fistfuls of napkins to wipe all the grease off her fingers, and then uses a fresh napkin and pulls out this dusty book out of her jacket and just
Oh my gosh, you found
gently
it.
puts it on the table.
Shit. It's like real.
Oh yeah,
Fuck.
there's nothing in it. I mean, not right now. You can't see it because there's certain conditions.
Well,
The
yeah,
moon
it's like
and
the
everything.
moon and stuff, right? Yeah, because that's
Mhm,
what the
yeah.
guy at the museum told me anyway.
Yeah, check it out. And she opens it and like rifles through it. Like, see, it's nothing. In theory, under the right conditions, we'll see all the information we need.
Huh. We should put that somewhere where it can't be found.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere
Yep.
good, Mizumi says, because they know we have it.
Oh.
Could you extrapolate on who is who?
Yeah, sure. We were poking around. We found the book, and what's his name? Vincent?
His name is Vincent Song.
Yeah. I don't know. Pretty nice guy. Lithe. More of an otter than anything else, I think. But he and a bunch of mooks were down in the tunnels. They had very strong opinions about what we should be doing and our ownership of the book. And we had to make a hasty retreat. He's some big shot, right? He's throwing a lot of money around for various charities. He does work with. Do you know him, Faith? He does work with kids and stuff, right?
Faith knows who he is, right? Has she met him?
So yeah, you kind of know that Vincent Song. I'll give you that. You know that he's at least known enough within the charitable organizations that deal with children, and especially for lower income family children.
Because that's who she works with in juveniles in the court system, so it would stand to reason that she would at least know of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But Vincent is also pretty well off because his family does own an estate that's located just outside the outskirts of the city. That's also conveniently a temple.
Huh. Of course. Huh. Yeah. He gives a lot to the charities that I work with. He's in this. That runs deeper than I expected.
Hmm.
Yeah, it does run pretty. It's kind of interesting for you for that bit.
Do I know that, or do I not know that?
You do know those things. You do know that much, but you would probably need to do some digging in terms of figuring out what else you want to know more about Vincent Song.
Okay.
Miri, you do have. As you're looking at the book, there's a feeling that this is something very powerful, so much so that it's starting to kind of get to the point where any greenery in the room is starting to bloom from you.
Hey, Miri, you all right?
What's going on?
And she's like gesturing at the plants.
Oh, I didn't. That's weird.
Also, while we're talking about it, Perdita goes in her handbag and pulls out the statue of Shibetotek that she lifted out of the hospital.
Yep.
Where?
You're not gonna believe where I found this.
Where did you find this?
In that secret room in the hospital, under guard and lock and key, there are dozens of these in there. All kinds of different deities, art objects related to death and death gods.
Oh, is that where the two of you met up?
Oh,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
asking the question.
It was a bit of a meet cute kind of thing.
Oh, good. And
You
you
got-
got out in time then? Because
yeah.
I was trying really hard
Oh yeah.
to keep the
Oh,
doctor.
you were. Yeah, you ran interference. Okay, that's what was going on.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Well,
We were.
Where were you when we were stopping the dead body from being incorrectly taken?
Who?
Yeah, actually, clarification.
Oh.
Who are you? Who is Tommy asking that to? Just for
Yeah.
Perdita.
Oh, well, see, we got out, but then the way that we got out went a little funny. You
Your
remember what
little-
happened last time?
Your thing.
Yeah, yeah.
We took a tumble and we ended up in an old neighborhood, and then we decided to go down memory lane with Nizumi.
Obviously, it turned out well.
Well, yeah, it kind of one thing led to another, and we sort of stumbled into this. But you all didn't have as good of a field trip as us.
Well, the long and the short of it is, would Faith have told like Perdita included her in the whole like situation with the attacking the detective? and
Oh yeah, yeah.
everything?
I'd already told Perdita about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
So
she like developed the photos and all of that.
right. So, you know that person? Yeah. Apparently, Faith here has an outstanding warrant because a vice cop is mad at her. Or a detective, I'm sorry. I didn't address him by the right name or title.
Yeah, they'll do that. They like to wag their badge around.
Yeah. She has an outstanding warrant. And also, we almost got into a situation where she had to be held overnight. So thankfully, she's here, but we have a week, basically. Until
There's
she's
all
called for
advice
court.
on it.
Supposedly,
Like, is it the whole department or just one jackass with a grudge?
I assaulted a cop in the line of duty.
Oh, yeah.
Because he
That'll,
was in mid-investigation, taking pictures of me.
We all get into trouble. That's a lot of trouble, though.
Not me. I don't. Never have. I think her nostrils flare at that moment.
Well, what are we going to do about this little guy?
Cynthia says we need evidence that this is a grudge or that there's more going on or something, because I don't know why I'm being investigated by a vice cop.
Well, if we get evidence, that's going to cause more problems if we get caught in the process. How do we know this isn't just like... Well, I guess we don't know. If this is just beef or if this is coming down from somewhere else.
I think it's coming down from somewhere else. I'm feeling... Okay, Tommy just got suspended without pay for 2 months
Suspended without... What the...
because of the thing at the docks, and guess who the lawyer is in that case? The same as mine.
Well, there's our connection.
Yeah. I think this
So
is...
forget Gumshoe McGee. Let's go check out whatever's going on with this decision maker.
Nizumi's kind of chiming in. Who's the lawyer?
Hector Curtain. Oh, White Knight himself.
Nizumi like kind of has a raised eyebrow. Wow, you definitely picked the worst opponent you could ever fight in a legal battle. He's made it into the papers.
He prosecute you ever?
No. I haven't been caught yet.
Would you be willing to help us?
Sure. I don't mind. We found the book. There's nothing I can do much about Abigail. But now I know for sure that Vincent's song had something to do with it.
We're gonna figure out what that is.
Yeah,
And if he had anything to do with her death, we're gonna make him pay.
agreed. This whatever this is, we're getting involved in something much bigger. Whatever this started out at most is us just looking at one person. Now we have folks gunning for us. Like we're obviously stepping into something messy. And
Well, if anything, I have a strong inkling that Vincent is definitely one of the Royal Flush.
Hmm.
He's got the connections. He's got the means. Doesn't seem like a big player, for sure.
No, he would have to be one of the lower members.
But sometimes she's like fiddling with a pack of cards and laying a few of them out on the table. Sometimes when you want to make a tower fall down, all you have to do is pull out the lowest brick, and she flicks down this little house of cards that she's been building.
Mhm.
So if we can get him, we might be able to get more.
at the very
Yeah, he looks
least,
like a squealer.
probably. At the very least, it might get some of the pressure off of Faith. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Nizumi, look, I know we're kind of asking a fair bit with you helping us and all. You could just jet out now if you want, but we really would appreciate it, and I'm pretty certain Abigail would appreciate finding some way to get back at anyone involved in what happened to her.
Oh yeah. If this was Abigail, she would go after whoever. And I owe her the same.
Okay.
I think at this moment, Faith is just sitting there super quiet, realizing everything that could fall apart if she doesn't, like, it's finally hit her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how bad this is for her. Because she's been living on anger and spite for the last, hours. And I think it just finally hit. And she's, like, slumped and just sitting there quietly.
I think by reflex, there's just a whole bunch of like little seedlings that are like appearing around Faith, and it's just like making something like more comfortable around her. I don't think Meaty even realizes that part of it's happening. She's trying to focus on keeping the ones that are being a little hyper down, but there's just seeds that start sprouting up around Faith.
I love it. I love it so much.
So what do we want to do? How do we want to go about this? I mean, Tommy, do you have any thoughts? Because, I mean, you got... I don't know, do you have thoughts on this? How do we want to start?
Well, I feel like whatever way we decide to go and approach this, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck a lot. There's gonna be... Fucking love the Transformers. Good show. There's gonna be a lot of hurt that's gonna come from this. And I recognize that. And I recognize that there's a chance that once we start applying pressure to things that I can't go back to work. Ever. Because I think that my place of work is directly involved in what's going on in a pretty major way. But I think we got to press on. I think we got to go find this Jack and go see if we can yank the first card under the card house. I'm willing to apply some pressure. I know the weak points.
All right. And Tommy, if this goes bad for you, offer from before still stands.
Thanks.
you out. Yeah. Really, if anyone's going to be in a messy spot after this, I'll do what I can with what I got saved up. If anyone needs that security to still go through with it, I don't got a lot, but I care about all of you, and I just this is yeah. Tommy put it really well. This is probably going to get really bad, and she's probably like super like the anxiety is actually kicking back in. She's trying to be nice, but she's like, this is gonna probably get bad, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think that I'm going to lose everything I've worked for. But they started it, and they're taking it away from me, so fuck them.
So
Oh, easy with the F word.
Why?
Business.
I was trying to lighten the mood.
Oh.
It could be fucking children around. You don't know.
Down here? Down here?
Just
I think
imagine
Faith is like, but you're hyping her up for a good reason. I love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining fucking Eddie just peers his head in. It's just me. Don't worry. Moves his head through the wall. It's just me. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I mean, I'm gonna be anxious. Perdita's gonna look into stuff. Tommy's gonna be smiling. Faith is gonna be Faith. It's business as usual, right?
Have faith.
You know what?
I was waiting
I
for
hate.
that.
You know what, Perdita? I hate that you're right this often.
I shouldn't be.
I don't know. It's
Statistically.
just like for the longest time I've had to like try to be the good person and do the things right, and obviously it doesn't work. It doesn't get me anywhere that I need to be, and now I'm in trouble. So like, why do I bother? Why do I try?
Yeah, and
Oh,
I know that you're up on the soapbox real here, and I want to encourage this, and I'll get you a stepladder later on, but we're not going entirely to undermine everything that you've built, right? You're just bending the rules a little bit.
No,
in
yeah,
this-
no, yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
This is practical application.
She's a little drunk. So she's just like hyperbolizing everything.
Yeah, right.
Let's be real. She's like a little drunk, and she's like
oh wait.
hyperbolizing everything.
So Faith is honest drunk. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Media is no hand-eye coordination drunk.
Yeah, Faith is like honest drunk, but also like just super dramatic. Everything is beyond drunk.
Faith is I love you drunk. Gotcha.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You're my best friend. Do you know how much I love you?
You're so feisty.
Eddie comes into the basement for a brief moment. Sorry to interrupt, but Perdita, I got this kid upstairs, and they're asking for you.
I fucking told you there were children around. I fucking told you all there were children around. I sensed it. I sensed it.
Oh, the De Niro really leaped out of you.
So good. Out of nowhere.
You and everything that you fucking stand for.
Define kid.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like a teen, but he's
And you
definitely
let him
underage.
in?
You should- It's late. No luck.
It's late. It's not an excuse to let a child into a
I gave the
bar
kid a
as
so- I
she's
gave
walking
the-
up the
I gave
stairs.
the kid a pop. It's not a big deal.
It's a soda. Thank you. That is Faith. That's
Look.
not Kate. That's Faith.
I was like, I can't tell whether that's Faith or Kate in this instance.
You know, technically it's a Coke.
It's not a Coke.
You know what? Even if you get a Dr.
Eddie's
Pepper,
from
it's
the
a fucking
Midwest.
Coke.
Eddie's from the Ohio Valley region. Okay, so that means he has to speak pop.
You gotta always start that fight in the middle of a.
Yeah.
Do we all go up? Do we all go up, or is
I
Perdita
mean,
going?
Perdita's already
I think
like.
Perdita's
storming
got
upstairs
up. I
yelling
think-
at
Mary's going up.
I don't. Nah. I'm just yelling. Tommy and I think are fighting about whether or not it's a Coke or a soda by this point.
Oh,
That's-
my
Hey,
Whoa.
look at that.
Ryan!
Thanks for the
Oh,
gift subs,
You're
Ryan.
so good to us.
Hey.
We love you.
Hey,
Aw.
hey, thank you so much. Holy shit, that's 15. Damn.
Wow.
Love you.
That's lit.
Thank you.
It's not-
and it's a Coke.
It's a Coke.
I love you, but I don't agree.
I had to suffer being in the Midwest for a while, okay?
So all of you have to suffer with me. Is that the takeaway?
Maybe.
Fucking cut to the tail end of their argument. Be like, no, but for real, McDonald's Sprite hits different.
It really does.
You broke Simon. You broke
I
Simon.
shouldn't drink liquids on stream.
I mean, I feel that all the
This,
time.
this doesn't have anything in it half the time. It's just for dramatic effect. There's a reason I don't have water in there. Especially during this stream. So we all go up to the top of the bar.
Yep.
For those who decide to venture upwards to the bar, you see in one of the red upholstered booths, you see this like kind of late teens. He's about 16. It's an Asian kid sitting there. He's wearing like just a t-shirt and has jeans on and is drinking a Coke with a straw. It's definitely through one
What
of the
kind of Coke?
let's see. We're gonna go with the one that's made from Mexico because that's the only legit.
Oh no,
valid
so
one
it's an
that
actual Coke. Because
Yes,
like,
it's an actual. Coke.
oh, okay, because you never know, right?
It has actual
I-
cane
I-
sugar and shit. Yeah.
Yes, it has
that's a
actual
good-
cane
that's a
sugar.
good shit.
That is a
This
good.
is
shit.
Yan's son. Is
No,
it
it's not Yang Sun. Nope, it's someone else.
Well, she slides into the booth. And goes, well, it is absolutely beyond your bedtime.
Look, I'm used to being on my own a lot. Are you Perdita Glass?
Yes, and you are,
Oh,
besides, too young to be in this bar.
my name is Peter. Peter Yu. I heard you're a pretty good PI. You can find people.
That's what I do. You got a job?
I do. I need help looking for someone. And kind of like pulls out from his pocket like a little crumbled up, like semi. I guess I wouldn't say it's totally crumbled up, but the picture is definitely has worn edges, and slides it across to you, and you see a picture of an Asian woman, on here, and
She's cute too.
I do really well with my face claims.
You really do, Jackie.
I forgot to give it to you, Kate. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
It's okay. I might be able to download it. Let me see. I can.
But yes, she's a very well, at least I'm gonna say, short, black hair, kind of a little bit on the nice soft fair side, so it has a little bit of bleh, I can't even speak today. She's very well attractive. I'll just leave it at that. For the most part, though, so Peter just goes, so that I need help looking for my sister, Selena.
Sister. How long she been missing?
About 2 months.
2. I assume you already went to the cops and they didn't do anything.
Nope,
Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
they're not gonna do anything for a poor kid in Chinatown.
Yeah, don't I know it? All right. Well,
and my brother just passed away last week, so
I'm so sorry.
he was the one who was taking care of me. So right now, I'm kind of stuck in a hard place.
I'm sorry. Before we go any further, how old are you? 16?
Yeah, 16.
Listen, I'm going to take your case, and I'm not going to charge you for it because I know you don't have the money for it. But if you want it, I'm not putting any pressure on you, but if you want it, I have a friend who can help you get what you need and put you on your feet for at least long enough until you can make your own decisions about what you want to do. All right? How's that for a trade?
Sounds good. I had to run away because there were some family members trying to figure out where I'm supposed to end up being holed up. So, and I know my sister's out there somewhere.
Well, let's start here. Last time you saw her?
Last time, about 2 months ago, she just got a new job, and she was really excited. She was going to leave. So it was because the apartment we lived in was just the three of us: my older sister, my older brother, and me. And Selena just got the new job, and she was so happy. We were excited for her, and she was going to get a little smaller apartment, a little bit closer to where she was going to be. And the first few weeks we didn't hear too much from her, but we still get like a phone call from time to time. And then one day we tried calling her, we never got anything. And then we visited her apartment, and there was nobody there. It looked like it hadn't been touched in a week, or like longer than that.
All right, I need to start taking some notes. And she pulls out a notepad and she starts writing some of that down. I think I'm angling to investigate.
Okay.
So I'm a PI.
Mhm.
Tapping, asking questions because that's what I do.
Mhm.
My perpetual curiosity, my disarming charm, and I'll tap my weakness. More questions than answers.
Oh yeah, I feel that. Now the thing is, though, you are taking a case in the middle of helping your friend in their case.
Yes.
So I want to pose: how are you going to juggle both these cases?
Very delicately.
Okay.
I think that's the thing is like Perdita doesn't know how to say no, especially to a kid who's like this sympathetic to her, and like she's gonna figure out what is going on, but she's gonna overload herself. I think if that means that she takes a crack on always working someone else's case, that's absolutely what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think we go ahead and give the attention, but also take the crack, because this is you like front loading pretty hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when one of them is your friend's, Faith's case, as well as this larger case of the Royal Flush. It's like there's a lot being packed in now.
Yeah.
So.
And I got a mild success.
Okay, and a mild success. So so there I get to still choose something, and you get 3 clues. So I'm going to say that for this one, the investigation is going to eventually expose you to danger.
Yeah, that makes sense. So let me just put in some clues.
I mean, this is our road to our season finale. I'm going to expose you all to danger any chance I get. That's right, folks. We are on our way to our first season's finale. So this is going to ramp up for for the first season. So we're not there yet, but we're getting there.
We covered where she was last seen. Do you have any idea where she might have gone?
Peter kind of thinks for a moment. I mean, so I know they gave her. I know she got an apartment on her own, and the only place she would have been at work.
And where does she work?
That big healthcare company. Was it Cypress?
Yeah, Cypress Medical.
Yeah, she does stuff with drug testing and research and development.
Did she have any enemies? Or anyone who was threatening her or had a problem with her?
When we last spoke, she didn't. She was pretty happy at work, but there was a lot of increasing demand on them. And the last thing I know was that. The last thing I remember was that she was getting very anxious. She sounded anxious. Could be just because she was nervous. They were supposed to be working on a new, I think, drug. I think it's something like that. But after that, but she couldn't tell me much about it.
Okay, work-related stress. That makes sense. It happens to a lot of people. I can see that putting a lot of pressure on people. Any particular mannerisms or identifying details or anything like that you can give me? Besides this picture.
Yeah.
Hobbies, interests.
Yeah. And actually, he starts pulling some stuff out of his pocket. It's like, I have some of her things from before, like some of her older things. Maybe that can help you. Like, here's one of her old wallets. And the wallet has, it's kind of like, it's that kind of smooth fake leather, but it's like brightly colored. So it's kind of like a periwinkle, like not periwinkle. Yeah, we'll go with periwinkle. It's periwinkle, and there's also the image of a white rabbit on it.
Son of a... She takes the wallet. Just mumbles under her breath. Is he a rift? Can I sense if he's a rift?
He is not a rift.
Okay. Well, your sister's probably gotten herself into something. There's a lot of bad things happening to people all over right now. Tell you what. Keep nursing that soda, and I will put you in contact with my friend, and we can see if we can't find you a place to stay.
Okay.
Peter?
Yeah?
Did your sister, did she happen to have any interactions with and would give the description of, I'm losing track of names at this moment.
Dr. Martin
but,
Walters?
Well,
either Dr. Martin Walters or there's another is it NPC?
Thomas Yang?
Yeah, I think that's who I'm thinking of. Yeah, Thomas Yang.
like if you describe Thomas Yang,
She'll take the time and she'll give the full description for both of them.
So for both of them, Peter will go. For Walters, Peter goes, I don't really know anybody like that. But actually, Thomas Yang, we used to know him. He actually was like a surrogate uncle to us.
Out of curiosity,
he was there when our parents died.
Do you happen to know what line of work he's in?
Uncle Thomas? No.
Why was he around? Was he just there to help pick up the pieces, or was he actually there when your parents passed away?
Uncle Thomas wasn't there when my parents died, no, but he kind of takes care. We used to live in the same building as him, and he used to take care of everybody in that building.
Thank you for the info. I work with Perdita on just helping give consultations and other things. So we're just trying to look into whatever leads we can to help you out.
Okay. The only, and I'll say for the wallet, you can put the story tag wallet, Simon. That way you can use, and that can. I'll give you this. It doesn't. It's normally not in the rules, but I'll give you that. The item itself gives you, kind of like how in Fate you have activations. So you have 3 clue activations for that wallet.
Okay, yeah.
So that way you can spend those to kind of do some investigations for that.
Yeah, and then Perdita goes downstairs, interrupts whatever argument is happening.
We've probably fallen out of the argument by now, and we're just like drinking and eating. I'm assuming by this point.
Faith, I'm gonna need you to sober up. There's a kid who could use your help getting squared away with some services.
Oh. Yeah. Coffee.
Yeah. I'll get you one. She goes up to get it, and then she stops in the doorway and turns around and pulls out the wallet, and she flashes it. We get another missing person.
And she'll probably, with Meaty coming down, she'll be like, and Tommy, this one knows your bud, who you clocked in the face, or who tried to clock you in the face, rather.
Oh. Thomas Yang?
He's his uncle.
Big fucking prick your uncle is.
I mean, he's not really my uncle.
Good.
All the better for it.
Wait, you got into a fight with Uncle Thomas? Why?
Some disagreements occurred.
Perdita is
We were
walking
we were
away.
not- yeah.
I'm just gonna go with
Just
Perdita.
like,
Faith is like, I'm gonna go
to
get
my mozzarella
coffee.
sticks,
I'll be
I'm
right
getting my
back.
beer.
I'm sorry. I didn't understand that he had followed us. I
Yeah, I
thought he was waiting upstairs,
Mhm.
and we were
Oh.
just talking to them downstairs. That was me misunderstanding that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I would have brought it up so that he could bring up. I wouldn't bring up he clocked your uncle right in front of him. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's still funny though. So, all right. So all of you are downstairs, at least for the moment, to just talk over about the new case.
Well, Faith is gonna throw back the coffee as quickly as possible, run to the bathroom, throw some water on her face, and brush her teeth because she has a toothbrush that she keeps there. Because let's be real. And then she's gonna run up and go work on getting Peter situated with a place to live that's safe. That he will be safe and it's anonymous, so no one needs to know where he is. He's safe. He has food. He has shelter. He has his needs met for the time being.
Okay. I think for this one, Faith, go ahead and let's do a change the game,
Okay.
because I think having Peter as possibly a source of information as an asset for all of you might, for at least for Selena, would be very useful. So go ahead and do that, so you can get the juice for that, so you can create your tags for this situation.
So,
Okay.
my heart is my power. I'm gonna use.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Protector of the Weak. Relentless, and people focused. And I think I'm gonna ping. Probably they know I'm coming.
Yeah.
Seems to be the
Especially, yeah.
Yeah.
I think even the services you use are like, oh, it's Faith.
oh, it's Faith. And I'm
Could
hitting
I?
change. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask Jackie if it was possible to help Faith with this in any capacity, because I have a help point. That's why I was asking.
Oh, you can definitely spend the help point for juice for like a story tag if you want to. If there's a story tag you want to implement for this, definitely. Also, Kate, you were hitting burn, not marking it.
Oh, thank you. what happens to today. Good idea. You're right. I don't want to burn them.
The only one that's still burned is your
Yeah, I fixed it.
anonymous
I fixed it.
whistleblower. I'm so proud of all of you. You haven't burned your tags yet. I'll make that change happen sooner than later.
Why are you like this, Jackie? I mean, I know exactly why you're like this because I would be doing the same thing.
That's better. I fixed it.
Okay.
So if I have the 2 help points, could I?
Mhm.
Is it possible to create a tag and then, like increase like its power to is 2? Is that how that would work? Or would it just
So-
be creating the tag would be the full thing?
So for 1-for-1, you spend 1 to create a story tag, and then you can't. If you roll a 10 plus, that's when you scale it.
Right. Got it.
So, right. So because at 10 plus, you get the minimum of 2, so that way you can at least get an effect up to 2.
Okay. Because I
But a
have
story
the 2...
tag can be static, so it can be a static thing like an item or a thing, or
Okay. I wanted to use the help points to just like,
Mhm.
like as Faith is going up, it's like just wishing you the best, and then just gonna like set like, I'm imagining almost like the equivalent of like a corsage, like somewhere in her outfit, but
Mhm.
it's like a little flower that helps to like, kind of almost like mini aromatherapy to help with like wear off the alcohol, like to help provide that.
Oh.
okay.
So I have
So
the 2
I-
help points for that.
Okay, so I'll give you the story tag for
Hangover bud.
Hangover buds. Yeah, that's the
At 2? Or just
Yeah.
at 1?
It's
it's
2
gonna
help
work.
points.
Oh, it's 2 help points. You can use them all. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use them all because this isn't even necessarily critical to our case. It's just it's Faith. She's gonna do all she can to help her. So yeah.
Okay, let's hit this. And then with this, when I use it using one from adaptation, it's dynamite.
Okay.
Hey.
I don't know what that does. What does dynamite do?
Well, it's a dynamite is a special tag for the roll. So if you roll 12 plus and it's dynamite,
Oh, I
you
rolled
get
an
the
11
effects
plus.
of that.
So I
Yeah,
rolled
so you were
11.
just shy
Okay, I
one.
was just shy. It was so close. All right.
You are just shy.
So
So
close.
you have 5 power to spend here. So you can create a story tag. You can give or reduce a status, or you can burn a story tag or burn a power tag, as well as you can scale up any effect, prolong it, hide it, or any other improvements you can think of.
I think the thing that I want to do is I want to do Peter is safe.
Okay, that's a story tag.
Yeah. So I'll do that. Story tag is this. Putting it on my card. Peter. You.
Peter's safety, I think, is a good way to call it.
Safety. And I want it hidden.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bump it up.
Okay.
So hidden. So 1 and then 1, and then I'm gonna bump it up to a 4 then, because I have 3 left.
It'll be-
Yeah, because it'll be so that'll be his status. So his status would be Peter's safety is his status, and it would be up to 4, right? Because you would create the 1, and then you would also boost it, and then you're hiding it.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. There we go.
Okay, sounds good.
Mhm.
So where do you end up holding up Peter then?
I think that because of Faith's work, she knows places for children and youth who have been in abusive situations. And
Okay.
even though Peter is not necessarily technically part of that, she would have talked to him and said, I want to make sure you're safe. I want to make sure people can't find you if they're looking for you because this is a volatile situation. So I want to make sure that you're in a place where you're going to be safe and no one can find you unless you want them to. So I think this is the best place for you. She would have gotten him on board with it, and she would have worked with him and found that one of these homes for him. So it's like unlisted. People can't find you there. It's one of those places.
Okay, sounds good. And I think that's a good place for us to take a break. When we come back, we're going to do our montage scene. So there's going to be a little bit of downtime for everybody. That's going to happen. So everyone has some time to think about what they want to do for their downtime activity, and then we're going to go through that pretty quickly, and then continue with the rest of our case for today. All right. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay, everybody. So get your water breaks, get your stretches out. Go do your bio breaks, and if you need to, grab food because food.
Yeah, it's good, important. Okay, we'll see you in about 5. Bye.
Take care, everyone. Get your McRibs.
Everybody, we're back. Welcome back to our City of Mist game, Royal Flush, a Wildcards adventure. The crew has just taken on another case, while in a bigger case.
It's what we do.
It's what you do. You have all so Perdita has taken on the case from a young Peter Yu to find his missing sister, Selena. And for the moment, the evening kind of wraps as the evening wraps up. You all eventually make you all decide to take your leave somewhere, whether it be home or somewhere else. And I think we're gonna go ahead and start our downtime, a little montage here. So for those who are viewing, for downtime, the characters have a choice between giving attention to their logos, which is their normal everyday selves. They can either work on the case that they have acquired. They can explore their mythos and look into the mystery within themselves. They can either prepare for the next activity, which involves anything from recovering any burnt power tags, or even just having 3 juice prepared, as if they had just done a change the game. Or they can recover from their last activity. So that means if they have any statuses from previously that are detrimental to them, they can reduce or remove them. So why don't we start off with Tommy here? What is Tommy going to be doing during this little bit of montage?
Healing.
Healing.
Yeah, getting rid of his cracked jaw.
Okay, so I'll say that for the most part, I will say for this one, go ahead and reduce it down to a 1 for the cracked jaw. Because it's not it's still cracked, but it's not. But now it's sore, so you can change. You can reward it as a sore jaw. Like it's gonna hurt. It's gonna leave you. There's a little bit of swelling still from the punch. That was a mean punch.
Indeed.
So is Tommy like back in his apartment?
Tommy is going to do a couple things. First, he's going to go into work and empty out his locker of his personal effects. He's going to kind of spend a lot of time at home, and I imagine after a little while, he's going to get kind of restless.
Okay.
And he's going to start just like going on walks, places, and trying to take in the city. And kind of do a lot of time just thinking to himself about the cases and kind of going over things, but also trying to not overexert himself because he knows that he's not at his best right now.
That's fair. Let me see. So when you're thinking about, everything that's been going on and everything, you find yourself, so before you leave your locker, or rather when you leave your locker, there's a moment where you're probably passing through the docks and everything, and I want to kind of think about the fact that you're kind of taking it all in, right? And that's when you kind of look and see the sea, the bay that's right in front of you. And how does that make you feel with everything that's been going on and the sight of the water and everything? Like, because I know you have bodies of water as your weakness tag. So how does it make you feel as you're kind of leaving, looking at the water, looking at the docks, taking it all in?
it's overwhelming to Tommy in the moment. He has this thought of, without work, who am I? There's this brief moment where he thinks about letting himself succumb to his biggest fear, which is a fear of large bodies of water and drowning, to escape. And then he starts thinking about all the people that need his help right now. He thinks about Miri and Faith, young Peter, who we were just now starting to help, and ends up just slowly walking out of the complex. But a lot of emotion weighs on him.
Okay. All right. So because of that feeling of, I guess you have that feeling of being closed off, being sectioned off from everything. Go ahead and take a fade on the big fellow theme, your big fellow.
Okay.
As I think it fits narratively that because you're just feeling like all these barriers are being put in place over you, and you're having a hard time finding a way out or finding a way through them, and it just feels like it's building up on you. Okay, cool. Thank you, Tommy. Let's go to Miriam.
I have been thinking about this, going back and forth between working the case and exploring Mythos. I think for once, as much as she's kind of like worried about as much as she's worried about like why she was having that reaction to calm down, Umi. As new dog, as much as she's worried about her abilities just malfunctioning in that moment, or just being a little more active around the codex, I think in this moment, to sort of give more attention back to something she hasn't actually focused on for a while, I think she's going to work the case a little bit. And I think the way she's going to do that is she's going to go to the hospital, but I wanted to try and give a little bit more attention to her theme about being a mourner of misfortune, because one of those that I have is centering the suffering. So, but I think instead of like just the folks at her work, like she's trying to do that as well, but I think she's looking into maybe finding something more permanent for Tommy, or just trying to do stuff like that's the reason she'll give, so she has like a legit reason for looking into stuff. But I think she's also going to be asking around her friends, but her motivation is just help out Tommy, help like see what she can do around there, but also ask around like if anyone has seen from the Union or like folks who've worked at other places about Selena Yu.
Okay, sure. So I'll go ahead. So I'm gonna give. So you get the 3 clues for sure. So you can either spend those now or you can spend them later throughout the case. The source and the method. So the source is going to be hospital staff, and the method is going to be asking questions. And that can cover anything related to Selena. It could also cover anything even about the ongoing matters in the hospital. Because there are ongoing things in the hospital too. So that can cover all of those. I'll say when you're asking around, Gloria kind of sits down with you one during part of your shift during your break. Hey, Lisa.
Hi.
So at that point, Gloria just looks over to you. Miriam, is everything okay?
It's been a lot lately. I have some friends who are having a little bit of trouble right now, and I'm trying my best to just help them out as best I can. Especially, I don't know if you met Tommy the other day. He's probably one of the best guys I know.
Yeah, I did. He was a really nice guy. what's been going on? Like, I know, look, Miri, I know you long enough. I know you keep a lot to yourself and you take on a lot, but it seems like you have something on your mind lately.
I don't know. I'm worried about. I'm worried about what this place is doing.
What do you mean?
I think she will actually take the time to confide in her about her. She's worried about, like, it's Dr. Walters, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, she won't mention, like, directly, like, how she knows about things, but I think she will actually say, like, I don't know if I trust them right now. They've been, like, and she'll note the morgue stuff from the other place. She'll note the body being moved away. Just stuff to where it still seems reasonable that, like, it wouldn't involve knowing about any other details, but just stuff that stands out that's like, and now we've getting more people here coming in who've been sick, and something's up around here. I don't know what is going on.
I don't either. Like, we just got 3 more cases in the other night, and there's also, like, this, I don't know if you heard this rumor, Miri, but there's, like, a rumor that, like, on the 6th floor there's a wing that's very limited access. Only Dr. Walters and I think 2 other nurses are allowed in.
Am I on good? Do I know who the nurses are?
I think for the most part you do. Yes. Like, Gloria will give a few names, and it's like,
okay,
yeah, but they don't. But as far as I know, they haven't said a word as to what they do in there. And actually, some of us haven't seen them in a while. But other than that, it's just weird.
You haven't seen the nurses for a while, or you haven't?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen the nurses for a while either. I mean, I heard that whatever's going on in there requires a lot of attention, so they probably take shifts and rounds in there, and they probably just take a rest somewhere in there.
Yeah, but Gloria, come on, she'll like just make the list again, like say the whole thing out loud a little more strongly. Like, come on, like I
know.
It
does seem weird.
You know they give us the runaround about anything in general, but even this, and like probably there's like still some, like, especially if it's in the middle of the shift or what have you, like if her downtime is just doing all of that, and there's chaos around her, she's like, even this is hectic for us. Even we used to get like maybe a few folks, like long-term cases coming into this extreme, but this is weird.
Yeah, I know, and nothing's been making sense either. And whatever is happening there, I just know that no one else is allowed up there. And with what's been going on with you, with what you've said to me, I don't know what to make of it. I really don't. This is just too weird for me.
If you got any info to pass along, I mean, it might be something we have to look into, or at least I got to.
Go ahead and make it convinced for me here.
Okay.
You can throw in, obviously, the tag for Gloria.
Yeah. So that's nurse friend crush that I have it listed as.
Do we still have Friends of the Hospital? That tag? Is that a story tag that lasts?
That one I will say for Tommy will last. It might diminish a little bit, but for the most part, just because I think of it the same way as in real life, like the less you see of them, the favor just goes down over time.
Okay. So I have that hospice care, because we both have a sense of like, this is how it should be going on, business as usual. This is not business as usual.
Yeah.
I'd say unyielding compassion for others, because she's trying to do this with Tommy in mind as well. I don't know if there's anything else. I have those 3 marked. I don't know if there's...
Let me see. I'm trying to think, like, is there a situation you think poor personal boundaries would work in here?
I think for the first time, like she's usually strong in this, but she's maybe coming on like maybe with everything that's going on, she's pushing Gloria a little bit more strongly, and she's like, come, like almost to like
Mhm.
physical, personal boundaries, and being like, come on, Gloria, like this is not like pushing her even when it's clear like she wants to say something, but Miri's reading that as like, come on, like you want to say something else about this.
Okay,
Like we can't
I
be
like
like
that.
we can't be coy about this. Something is up.
I like that. So go ahead and mark that.
Okay, so
That
poor personal boundaries, which will give that one attention.
Yep.
I don't know if there's anything else here. I have the story tag for Friends of the Hospital, Wallet, or hospital staff, but I don't know if anything else, if any of those should.
you could do Friends of the Hospital for sure. You can definitely tag that.
Okay, so I think so. Hospice care, nurse friend crush, compassion for others, and
Mhm.
Friends of the Hospital with the weakness tag of poor personal boundaries. She's pushing a little hard,
Yeah.
harder than she normally would on Gloria.
Yeah. I think at this point, like Miriam, you really want to know, you really want to know what's going on. Oh wow.
Oh,
You
wanna know what's
anything
going
like
on,
dynamite
right?
for that?
I don't know what the fuck. It's just turns into what the fuck is going on here? What is going on? Tell
So,
me.
okay. So for the viewers at home, Angela rolled like a 14, which is obscenely high for a
Nice.
PBTA game as it is. Okay, so oh boy, so you have a convince. So it's not dynamite, so you get the 10 plus. And so for a 10 plus on a convince is the target can choose to either take the status, so whatever status Miriam wants to impose on here, or the target, which is in this case Gloria, can choose to change their agenda to including theirs, at least for the time being. What kind of status do you think would you give to Gloria if this was a situation like right now?
I'm trying to. There's two phrasings for this, but I'm trying to figure out how to get the status across. One is speak your
It
mind.
could still be those two.
One is
Okay.
speak your mind. The other one is like ready to action. It's like something along the lines where it's like, I think we're both in the role part of what's like left it. Just gonna say for fun at a crush level is we're both trying to be respectful of each other because she knows I have poor boundaries at times and she's like trying to be a friend and not doing more. But
Right.
this is one of those like, will they, won't they kind of moments, and just kind of deciding like, come on, like this, I can't be the only one noticing something is wrong here, and trying to make her like see like we have to
Okay.
do something.
Okay, I think she's gonna switch her agenda then, and so she looks at you for a brief minute, kind of looks around, and says, "All right, but not here," and takes you to like a supply closet.
Oh.
You're going to the supply closet.
Okay, I've never done this before.
There are for those who don't know what a supply closet in a hospital actually
No,
looks
they're
like, it's
really-
not a claustrophobic mess. They're
No.
actually large.
They're huge.
No,
They're actually
No, I-
large rooms.
no, I assume
With
it's
usually
it's,
windows.
I assume that the level of gay hope to actual practical reality is disproportionate. I'm assuming that that's what we're operating on.
Right. I mean, I'm giving you a little bit of both, okay?
I'm just giving you shit regardless, so it's
Yeah, that's
fine.
That's fair. You please do.
So yeah. Carry on.
So Gloria takes you into a supply closet. It's a small room, so it's not a claustrophobic mess. I mean, there's still shelves, but it's not that terrible. She looks at you. I don't know if you've heard anything about Walters and some of the new imaging tech that's been coming in.
You mean the stuff that's not coming in?
Yeah. So the other day, I heard that one of the shipments of these imaging systems that are supposed to be coming in went missing. Miriam,
Okay.
you know that it's referred
I know,
to
the,
when
I know the I know what it is. I know what it is.
Yeah.
I know what happened. She's just gonna be
Okay.
like, okay.
But on top of that, before that, I saw Walters walking with one of the patients from my wing, taking them to that secluded wing, that off limits wing, and I have not heard from them since. So something is wrong. I don't know what's going on. And all I got told by the head nurse in that station was that there was a special study being done and that Walters has selected the candidate. But how can you select the candidate when the candidate has been in a coma for 2 months? And I never saw any of the paperwork.
Does the name I'm going to use is an unofficial name for the head of the nurses union? Does Sophia know?
I mentioned it to Sophia about something not being right about it, and Sophia says she would look into it, but I have not heard anything back still.
And we've been swamped, so it's not like she's probably had the time with everyone's.
No, and that's true. And a lot of us have been trying to do extra shifts to help out, but then we got hit hard with the fact that we need to cut down on hours all of a sudden, and so we're trying to juggle that.
So, third floor imaging.
Yeah.
I think to keep things moving along so that other folks have the time, I
Mhm.
think the last thing she'll ask, just as her question, because I don't think we've gotten the clues out of this yet, but I'll save the clues for
Right.
later. I
Mhm.
think she'll ask, just very pointedly, just to keep ripping off the poor personal boundaries that land well this time, I think. Sort of. At least to me, understanding.
Yes.
Is this all you can tell me that you know, or is this all you want to tell me?
Like she kind of takes a heavy breath. The only thing I know is that the other thing I know is that Walters has been having private talks with some of the nurses. I don't know what the details are. I never got one, but some of them have looked shaken when they last talked to them.
Okay. That's good enough for me. Gloria, stay safe, okay?
You too. Miri, don't do anything too dangerous.
You know me. I can't function outside of this place to save the life of me.
Okay.
It's like probably gonna wait for Gloria to leave, and the last cut the camera sees is just Miri just going like, just like, just like take like if there's like extra like gloves, she just like grabs them and she's like, scene.
And scene. That was very good. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you,
Check
Jackie. Vibe check, internal screaming.
Mood.
Yes, the vibe check is internal screaming. And I'm gonna save Faith for last because I want to see where this goes. So, Perdita, what are you doing during your montage?
I think she's exploring her mythos.
Okay.
So she's exploring the mystery related to her mobility tag through the looking glass. The question being, what is my connection to the White Rabbit?
Mhm.
So I think it's like she's back in her apartment with like a half-eaten pizza box is in the box. The box is not half-eaten, but the pizza
it's been thought about. It's been
I
thought
love how
about.
you have to specify that because it's us.
There's like a little chew mark because of that one time.
It's deep fried from an attempt to try and eat it.
Needs more fiber and cellulose in her diet. There's a lot of that in corrugated cardboard. But it's like splayed out, and she's got the TV's running the news in the background. There's like 3 different books and newspapers like spread out on the couch and on a little side table. And she's just walking around her apartment. I think she's got a similar cork board,
Yeah.
the one she has in the basement of the alley, except it's up against one wall, and it doubles as a dartboard. So she's got like the wallet that she just got. She's got pictures of the other suspects who have had rabbit connections, and she's just like pacing back and forth and occasionally hucking darts at it, like maybe it's this one. Okay, no, that doesn't make any sense. Why would it be? Okay, so she walks back, like maybe the connection is no, damn it, I'm just looking at this thing from the wrong angle. I just need to. She pulls back, and I think of the last time she throws the dart, she just like opens her mind to the mist, and, like just completely lets go, and when she throws the dart, it's like a little silhouette of the illustrations of Alice in Wonderland are in the panel with her, almost like guiding the dart as she's hucking it at her conspiracy board.
I love that. So when the dart gets thrown, it got the panel has that kind of topsy-turvy kind of feel where it just, instead of going in a straight line, it goes in the weirdest of spins and zigzags, and it's like going through little holes, little exit portals, exiting out, and the panel goes into like this bit where the dart eventually lands on the picture of Selena Yu. And when you're thinking about it, and you kind of let the mist, when you say you let the mist in, there is mist around you. And as the mist kind of dissipates a little bit, there's a few white rabbits all around you. They're all kind of just like moseying on around. Some of them are in your so they're in your apartment. They're all like, one of them is actually just took a slice of pizza and yanked it off and just scurried away with it.
Oh, I can't deal with this. I have too much going on right now to take care of one rabbit, let alone 7, 10? There were 5 of you here a few seconds ago. Get off of that. Those are my favorite shoes.
Sniff, sniff. And as the mist kind of comes around again, you see above you, it's no longer the ceiling to your apartment, but it's the light of a full moon right above you. And you see more rabbits than before, and you're now on a hill overlooking the city. There are lots of rabbits. They're all looking upwards towards the moon.
There's got to be 100 of you out here. And she like looks right up at the moon. This
and
this got
the rabbits, yeah, and the rabbits start kind of assembling a little bit, and you see that there's like this kind of ethereal staircase emerging from the hill, heading towards the moon, and the rabbits all start like gathering and hopping upwards to the staircase.
Yeah, of course they are. I'm not being sarcastic.
I don't know. I just feel like that is Perdita's thing. It's just like, yeah, that's totally happening. I don't know what's going on. Do you want to follow any of the rabbits?
Oh yeah, she's going up there.
Okay, so you get to the moon somehow, and you look around. It's a very you see a pavilion as you get up to the moon. It's a covered pavilion. It's five sides, and no, they're not were-rabbits or Panicula. That's another mythos. Look, I was tempted.
Is there a dog with floppy ears just coming by and like getting a car for us and preparing breakfast?
And a cat that's overly super suspicious of everything and terrified of like the littlest sound. Yes. So you get up to there, and you see in the pavilion there's a figure sitting on the pavilion, and you recognize from a distance that it's Selena. She's wearing a long dress. She's sitting in the pavilion. There are rabbits around her, and you notice that she seems to has like a mortar and pestle next, like she's in her hands, and she's kind of like rotating that through, grinding something down. You see that there are on a cloth sheet, there are roots and herbs and other bottles sitting around. And as you approach, she looks up to you. Oh, thank God.
Are you here this whole time? What is those, rice cakes? No. Medicine?
Yeah, they were.
You know, your brother's really worried about you.
I know. I worry for him too. Please tell me Peter's all right.
Yeah. Got him a place to stay. Are you going to be here for a while?
I'm kind of stuck here, and you see that there's like a chain wrapped around her leg going towards the pavilion, to one of the columns in the pavilion. It's not like I can really go anywhere.
They took
you can't stay too long though. He'll be coming back soon.
Vincent?
Yeah.
And they're making you make this experimental drug.
Supposed to be my life's work. And now it is.
I'm going to get you out. I mean, I don't think I can do anything about it right now. Is that what they're doing? Is that their plan? What does it do?
It affects rifts.
And it's got something to do with death?
Rather, think of it this way. If you could have an elixir of immortality, what would death want with that?
I can think of a few things. Death probably
All
doesn't
terrible?
want it.
True. But Vincent wants the drug for his own reasons.
We'll get a pretty good lead on him.
Wish you luck. He's not an easy man to find.
Lucky for you. And Perdita just like winks and like does a little salute as she's like backing down towards the stairs. I always find what I'm looking for.
I hope so. I sent some little ones to find you. Seems to have worked. And the rabbits kind of just all look up at you, like just like kind of wiggling their little noses.
Do they become people too?
Oh no, that was never really the thing. But they look for those that can speak for them, that are willing to listen to them. Whether it be people or something else.
I should be going to a friend of mine instead. She's a lot better with this whole talking to the other side thing. I just find the body. She talks to the body. You didn't know Abby, did you?
You see a kind of brownish rabbit kind of sitting around, just just kind of like looking like, if you ever seen a rabbit kind of do like they have some, as if they have something in their mouth and they're kind of like just chewing. Yep. Oh, that one's been not doing too well, but she's still holding on.
We're going to circle back to that, but I'm going to go. And it's been a great discussion. I'd love to continue it more when you're not in chains. I'm going to get those off. Those seem uncomfortable. Those uncomfortable. Of course, they're uncomfortable. You're in chains. I have to go. And she tumbles down the stairs.
Yep. As you're tumbling down the stairs, you hear thunder roaring from behind you. So you bolt out a little bit quicker. And as you run, and as you're running, the mist kind of fills around you, and you're back, and you actually somehow run into I want to say, if there's a coffee table in your apartment, you run into the corner and nick your knee by the corner of the desk of the coffee table, as ever so fashionably.
Cheap
And you're
thrift
back.
store piece it.
So you definitely gained a clue. You can mark attention to your mystery. I'll even say for this one, I think this is definitely triggering finally some answers.
Yes. Answers to the mystery.
Yes. So you can definitely, so for this one, when you finally get some answers to your mystery, you can choose 1, 2, or all 3. You can either gain a deeper understanding of your mythos on the subject of your mystery, or link between your mystery and your mythos and mark attention to that theme, which is where the mystery belongs. You are shocked by the discovery to the point of rejecting your mythos, which I don't think that fits here.
No.
And your questions are answers, and you can choose a new mystery at this thing.
Yeah. I'm going to choose a new mystery.
Okay.
And I think that gives me a deeper understanding of the subject of the mystery. Certainly. Not necessarily between... kind of. I mean, Alice chases rabbits, that's her thing. But, like,
Yep.
more to it than that. So I'm going to mark attention to it and choose a new mystery. And I
Okay.
will think about what that new mystery is.
That's fine. And don't forget, you have a clue for
Yes.
your exploration. So just keep that in mind. I'll go with let's go with and then now we have Faith to do.
Yes.
I'm gonna prepare for my next activity.
Okay.
I think
So how
that's
is
the
Faith going to
best
do that?
way to do that? I think she's gonna do a couple things. First,
Okay.
she's gonna solidify her leave of absence from college. She has
Oh.
to. She is under investigation for a felony. She cannot
Okay.
teach.
So I'm guessing you're going for 3 juice. I'm guessing.
No, I don't know how to do this. I think I'd like to.
So you can either recover any burnt power tags, or you can gain 3 juice with a method based on your description, and those can be improvements used as if you were using Change the Game. So, like, if you
I
want
thought I
to,
would
you
like
can do
to, recover my anonymous whistleblower tag because I thought that might be helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so maybe this is where we find out who your anonymous whistleblower is.
Ooh.
So let's do that instead.
But those are I said that those are the things that she would be doing in this
Okay,
time. Is
So
that, yeah.
okay, so definitely, your advisor is just like, why is everything all right, Faith?
I am under investigation for something I didn't do, but I am being accused of.
Yeah, we just got word the other day. Yes, well, I don't know how it's going to affect your dissertation, but
Yeah.
I'll be straight with you, Faith. I don't know where it's going to lead. There's a very possible chance you could get kicked out of the program.
I know.
Okay, well, please keep in touch, and if we can set up a meeting whenever this is either resolved or even before, just let me know, and we'll talk it over. I will probably need to, of course, get a hold of the dean and see what we can do on your behalf, if possible. I will say though, when I said get involved, I did not literally mean that severe.
I didn't do it.
Okay. All right, Faith. Please keep me informed, and we'll get in touch soon. Okay.
Yes.
And I think that's when you get a page from so you will recover that burn.
Yep.
And I think what's going to happen here is you get a page, and and the page says, "We need to talk, face to face."
I think it would just be back. I think the call back would be, okay, time, place.
The time and the place. So the place they give is a cafe across the street from City Hall. Middle of the afternoon, where there's enough of a crowd where hopefully no one will really see an issue. So you get there. Are you going to be late?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I honestly don't think so. Do you want me to mark something on my...
No, not really, but I'm just
Okay.
curious. Are you going to be, because that is one of your normal weakness tags. So I was just like,
Yeah.
I just want to know.
I don't think she is. I think this is too important to her. I don't think she'd be late.
Okay.
I think she'd probably be
Okay.
early, sitting in the corner with a hoodie pulled up over her hair and kind of like
Okay.
back in the corner.
Okay. Sounds great. Sounds great. So I don't have a face claim for this one because I wasn't prepared for it today. So I'll get one for you all next time. But you get to the cafe and you see that several other you see a bunch of people in the cafe. They're all either sitting outside or they're getting food on the inside. So there's outdoor seating, and as you're passing by, you see somebody with a werewolf book sitting on the
Huh.
edge of the table. And the person has like a newspaper in front of them, just like blocking their image.
I'll go in and get a coffee because I want it to look normal, and then I'll go sit down at the table. Funny.
And you hear a woman's voice. You're late.
No, for once I wasn't.
You see like a bending of the arm and oh wow, you're right. You actually here 2 minutes early. Folds over, and you see it's a young woman with brown hair and kind of emerald eyes, and you recognize her as Elena LaCroix's secretary.
Oh, nice. Oh. Hi.
So, I heard you have a hearing in a few days.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you that if you haven't heard already, Hector Curtain is going to be the prosecutor in your case.
I've heard. Is he involved?
I saw Curtain in a meeting with LaCroix a few weeks ago. And about a little bit earlier in the week, he had come in with what looked like a backpack.
What did it look like?
She describes the backpack, and it's your backpack.
Shit.
And there was talk about doing an investigation.
About what?
I don't know. I only heard a little bit of it when I had to go in, but it sounded like they wanted to know who you were.
Well, they know.
I had to be I had to be quiet for a couple days because I didn't want them to know I knew you.
Yeah. What's their connection to Vincent's song?
I've seen Vincent in that office before. A couple times, actually. But Vincent seems to be on friendly terms with the mayor, with our Madam Mayor.
Huh.
Funny enough, Vincent Song was one of the contributors for our lovely Madam Mayor's re-election campaign.
Somehow not surprising.
What's the interest in Song?
Oh, we think he's behind some stuff that they're trying to probably frame me for.
Well, Curtain's really good.
Yeah, I know. He's also a jackass.
They don't call him the White Knight of the city for a reason.
Yeah, and you know how I feel about white knights. Can you do me a favor?
No. Yeah.
Can you look into me? Can you figure out who's funding me in school?
It's going to take some time.
I know. I just need to know.
All right. I can do that. But I figure you should know that Curtain is in your case. And I know Curtain, he's going to have a lot of things to look into for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So. And if the mayor's
But
on
something-
his side,
The mayor's... Curtain is pretty much at the beck and call of the mayor.
good to know. Good to know.
So just be careful.
I will. I'll keep in touch. I don't think that I would ever say her name.
Nope. Probably not. So they just pull up their newspaper again in their front of their face. And I think that's your cue
Yep, and then I just
to leave.
finish my
Yep.
copy real quick and leave.
Sounds good. Great montages, everybody.
There's only mild level of increasing panic about every other lead that's growing for each of us.
I just like doing that to you all. Okay, so I know we're pretty much at time, so that's good. That's a good place to wrap up for this session. I think everybody's gotten a little bit more answers and questions for what is to come. Right, in the mystery, right? You get answers and questions. So So we're gonna stop it for there, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our quick little bit of our geek out session, our geek out during the credits section. This is during the end of every session of City of Mist, where as the credits are rolling, we go around the table and the players can answer questions relating to the game. So we're gonna just do them. We're gonna just bullet point them really what the questions are, which are: how has the crew grown this session? Which character had the most meaningful interaction with your character this session? You either gain a help point with them, or if they interfered with you in some way, they get a hurt point with you instead. Which of your themes are under the most strain, and if they were to collapse, what kind of new aspects will show up in their place? So this one is going to be more of also including if it's anything new that has changed since the last time, and anything that might be under strain this session. Because I know a few of you actually had a few bits of strain here. So why don't we go ahead and round the horn and just see how does everyone answer their questions. Let's go with Simon. How do you feel about the session?
I think this time we continued to do what we do, which is to spread out and get information in kind of each of our different ways. Weren't always conquering, but we certainly dealt with problems in our own ways, and we kind of tapped in each other's strengths occasionally.
Yeah.
The crew's grown a little bit in that respect.
Yeah, I think you all did, because that whole little bit in the alleyway this session really solidified your like cohesiveness as a group. Just as the fact of how much what kind of bonds you all have with each other. I mean, I think that's whether it while you all haven't really progressed far in terms of like dealing with the whole. I think you are getting to that big step of now like answering that big question as a crew of like, who are the Royal Flush?
I think that moment that was most meaningful for Perdita was the conversation with Faith, which was very quick, but still just the recognition of like, I can't do this, but here's someone who knows exactly how to handle this. Like, I thought that was a nice moment that meant a lot to that character. So I'm going to take a help point on Faith for that.
I agree with that.
And my themes kind of are all broadly under stress. I already have flip sides for everything, so I don't think I need to answer that last question.
Yeah, you don't have to if you don't need to. But I agree. They're all feeling a general level of strain this session
For sure.
Cool, thank you. Let's go to Angela.
Hi there. Yeah, I echoing Simon's sort of comments. This felt very much like the, hey, we're all having a lot of shit happening all at once. Do we need to check in? It's like, yeah, we kind of need to check in over fried food and a lot of alcohol, which is our MO at this point. But yeah, I think there is that. Just even if it's not necessarily full on attention, the crew is kind of now, like, we've been doing a lot of like divide and conquer stuff, but we're actually not just like keeping it to ourselves. We're checking in and seeing like how it's relating to all of our personal anxieties and struggles. And I think it's showing that we care about each other a lot. Meaningful interaction. It's a couple actually.
Right.
I think I'm torn between either Gloria or Faith on this one because Gloria's was just like an actual like breaking the ice in a lot of ways kind of thing. But I think I want to put it to Faith as a help point because I think, I don't know, just the sense that like I think this session solidified the Seed Century theme sort of actually coming up the most strongly this time around. This sense of like, I have to protect, not just because I'm like, I have a terrible thing in my past and I have a backstory that I need to acknowledge, but in an actual like, no, this is a friend struggling with like a tense, possibly big shift in her life, and I want to be there for her. So help point to Faith. And oddly enough, I think for the first time, the healing hospice helper theme is the one actually under strain this time, because I think she's wondering, is this a place I should be at anymore? Because I'm like, this seems almost like the site of all of the like terrible things that are happening. So yeah, I think that one's the most under stress now.
Okay. I agree. There was a little bit of like as you were talking to Gloria about the things that have been going on in the hospital, there was that facial recognition from Miriam. Just, what? Really?
Like there's bad stuff happening. Like there's no like I forget what's the description that I have for this. It's like being on the Titanic and realizing what's about to happen, and everyone's just like, no, we're gonna be fine. It's fine. I'm like, iceberg thing.
There's a giant iceberg we're about to smash into.
Can we appropriate levels of panic, everybody?
Right.
But yeah, that's me.
And Smurf.
Most meaningful character interaction, probably a hurt point to the New York Mets. No.
I mean,
it's probably another help point to Miri, who seems to be always checking in on Tommy and like making sure that he's mentally right, or as much as he can be right now.
I have limits too.
Yeah. So I think that's for that one. Under Strain is Dock Worker, which is probably
you're like at the cusp.
Yeah, it's gonna break shortly, and it's just a matter of time. As for what replaces that when it goes out, I don't know. I think maybe something Mythos related.
Like you're losing a logo, so you'll get a Mythos.
Yeah.
So that might be
Yeah.
exploring something for the Great Bambino and exploring that.
Yeah.
So you might want to have that ready in the event that happens.
Yeah, I've got the doc up over here. I've been reading throughout the session.
just in case.
Just in case.
Just in
I'm like-
case.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
I
might
got my
want
second crack today. I'm like, oh, I gotta think about this now. Dang it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you might want. Yeah, I would say if you got your second crack, you might want to start thinking about what it's going to change into. And what you're gonna replace it
I just
with.
did the improvement on that one this today.
That's just the nature of the game. But
Yeah.
I will say, if any of you do go through the full crack, we get to talk about what happens on the mechanical side as well. So
Okay.
we'll probably do that together. Kate.
I'm echo what everybody else said about the team. I think that seems fair. That we're checking in,
Yeah.
and I think that's good, and we're growing, and you can see those bonds. I think my interaction this time with, I think she really appreciated that Perdita's like, I know someone who can help you, but I also think that her interaction with Miri opening up to her was really important. So I think I'm gonna give it to Miri this time.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but I think they were both really, really good. And then we all know what's cracking for Faith right now. Let's
Yeah.
It hasn't changed. I
Yeah,
think
it
it's
hasn't
gonna
changed.
crack completely. Let's be real. She's under
Yeah.
investigation for a felony. You can't be in academia and teach if you're a felon. It's not allowed. So
It's not. So this can go really
this
bad.
could go really badly for her. So it's a
Mhm.
thing. Yeah. So that's a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. So why don't we just do our quick outros, and we'll end our evening here. I know we ran a little late, so apologies to everybody. I know we were very
We got 10
very
minutes
in
until
depth.
we have to be specifically out, so we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but still, let's do our quick outros and sign off, and we'll come back next week. So, Kate, why don't we go ahead and have you do yours so you can find who we can raid.
Great, sounds good. I'm Kate. I go by Mia Midair on the internet. I am here every Sunday, and every other Tuesday and Thursday I stream on twitch.tv/SoMetaGames in a Star Trek game on Trek Tuesday and a Call of Cthulhu on Call of Thursday. So check it out there.
Awesome. Smurf.
Hi, everybody. I'm Smurf. You can find me on the internet at DSE_Smurf. I do a lot of things on the internet. Monday and Tuesday, I am with Dumpstat Charisma. I'll be there this week on Monday for Hunt for the Ripper, which is our Star Wars game, and Tuesday for our Fallout game. Wednesdays, I am on Soul Bear RPG for our Taldore game. Every other Thursday, I'm on Soul Bear or Dumpstat with another Star Wars game. Sundays, I'm here. And then tomorrow, my podcast is coming out that I do with my best friend Dana. It's called Flanking Bonus. It comes out, I believe, at 10 a.m. Pacific, which is 1 p.m.
2 Eastern.
2 Eastern,
Or-
whatever.
no,
1
1
Eastern.
Eastern.
Anyway, you
Yeah.
should listen to it. This week we talk about trauma and trauma that we've had in our lives, and it's a good episode, and it's a lot of fun, and yeah, it's gonna be good stuff. Thank you everybody who's listened to it, our previous 2 episodes thus far. It's amazing. And one last note for me is that Thanksgiving is coming up, and I hope that everybody is able to celebrate with their friends and family in a safe manner. Please do not go to large gatherings. Please make this about your friends and your local families and not about anything else that has occurred in history. Celebrate the people that you are with and being thankful for them. And that's what this holiday is about. So please, no big gatherings, small gatherings. Be with people you love.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Smurf.
Please.
Angela?
Hello there, everybody. I am Angela, otherwise known as Phoenix24Fem on Twitter, or the Voice of the Phoenix in some other capacities. I run over on Heroes Without Limits on Mondays, 2 p.m. EST. I run a Quest RPG campaign, Plains of Providence, which I'm taking folks through a homebrew world of my own creation. Let me see, I'm a musician for hire. I'm a writer over on the QTPOC creative publication Art for Ourselves. I am playing games over on Utopia on every other Friday. Our finale is going to be coming up not this upcoming Friday, but the following Friday. I believe it's 9 p.m. EST is when we start up, where I'm playing a trans illusionist of a reality and body warper because I have a brand, and also obviously here. And Thursday, which is big and coming up, in addition to me working on my own game and just doing other projects that I keep forgetting, Thursday I'm going to be over on Fuck Cancer Roll Dice for the first stream, starting off a few days of charity streaming. I'm going to be on starting us off at about 12 p.m. EST. We're going to be running folks through Quest one shot that is obstacle course meets Chopped, effectively, and it is based off of work originally done by my partner. I believe that their title is semi part-time nature queer or something on Twitter. I can't remember. My partner does things like that, but the one shot is based off of their work, and I wanted to make sure I credited them before I forget. So that's me in a nutshell. I do a lot of things.
Yeah, thank you, Angela. We love you for it. Simon?
Yep, it's me, Simon. You can find me on Twitter at Lucha Libris. I write and publish tabletop role-playing games at colorspraygames.itch.io. They are very reasonably priced, and there's something for everybody, so go check it out. I am a professional game master for Magpie Games as well. If you go to magpiegames.com/curated-play, you can find out how you can get linked up to play a game with me or one of many other fantastic GMs, playing games like Masks, Bluebeard's Bride, and the upcoming Root role-playing game, which I am writing for. So keep your eyes peeled for more information about that very soon. I'm voice actor for the Penumbra Podcast, which is a queer sci-fi and fantasy audio drama. If you want to see yourself represented in stories, that's at the Penumbra Pod on Twitter, thependumbrapodcast.com, available wherever fine podcasts are downloaded. I am cast here on All Nerds Here every week, also on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Come back for Haven, A Land Reclaimed. We're playing Free from the Yoke, which is a version of Legacy, Life After, Among the Ruins. We are doing All BIM podcast, doing kind of a post-colonial fantasy Game of Thrones. I think is the best way I could think about it. In addition, if you want to see some more role-playing action, come back at 8 o'clock Eastern to twitch.tv/go_JG. Jess's channel. We're playing After the War, a science fiction game about post-war trauma, mimetic horror, and space McCarthyism. So if you want to check that out, the premiere episode is tonight, so don't miss it.
Yeah, check out the Session Zero. I was sitting through that. It was fantastic. Also, Space Bears. That's all I have to say about it.
Oh, I gotta go check that out.
Wait,
Space
Space Bears as in the creature, or Space Bears as in the other term for bear?
Both?
Both.
Yes.
Also, the number 4 is very important for the Space Bears. That's all I have to say. It's the most magical thing ever.
Great, good to know.
Yes. Also, and I have been your master of ceremonies. I am Jackie, better known as Death by Mage on the internet. I am a best-selling D&D and tabletop freelance author and editor. You can check all those things out. I have a links for that. It's bit.ly/dbmport. That is where you can find all my portfolio of body of work. That includes the DM's Guild, Drive-Thru RPG, and also on Itch. If you are staying home for the Thanksgiving holidays, if you want to spend time with your friends digitally, or if you have family members with you who want to play a D&D for the first time, you can definitely, and I highly recommend you to check out Triple Murder Most Foul. It is my D&D adventure written. It's literally you are fighting against a kaiju turducken. That's also soft. That you're while also on the backdrop of a 1985 Clue mystery murder mystery.
A, number one, it's amazing. B, it's the reason Jackie and I became really good friends. So you have
Yes.
to play it.
Yes, and the art and the cover was done by our wonderful friend Ari. So you can check that out. Also, I have been told that Eyes Unclouded, which is our Studio Ghibli inspired, which is also classic Japanese animation inspired anthology, has now a hardcover on the DM's Guild, so you can check that out. Let me see here. I have a lot of other projects I'm working on. Most importantly, of course, is Unbreakable, which is our Asian anthology series, which is an own voices project featuring Asian artists, Asian writers, and a majority of Asian editors as well. And we will be having releases in 2021. That's a lot of releases we're having. Please follow me on Twitter to keep updated on that. And we're going to be signing off. We will see you all next week. Before I forget, also last Friday, this past Friday, we had the part one of a one shot because I wrote too many content for a Call of Cthulhu one shot that Ryan GM'd here. Kate played in it, and a bunch of our other friends, and it's our Science Signals Call of Cthulhu, which was written by me. You can check that out also on our VODs.
We are gonna go raid Spencer the Gamer. Spencer the Gamer is the kid of Ryan who GM'd us, and he's trying to make affiliate. He's a high schooler and he's doing his hustle. So we're gonna go celebrate that to try to get him the views so he can make affiliate. Let's go give him some love, and that's what we're doing. So give him some love. Let's not forget that. Black Lives Matter, y'all. Trans rights are human rights. And fuck Republicans right now. Let's win Georgia. Y'all, if you're in Georgia, vote. We love you very much. We'll see y'all next week.
Take care, everybody.
Take care.
We should be out.
Yep, we are out.